Hi everyone. I hope you're having a great day. This is Elaine here, and I'm bringing you a video talking about cord pulling. And in this video, I'm going to teach you some important parts and how to go deeper in the cord pulling. Some of you have attended a class, Toxic Relationships, so you're kind of familiar with the cord pulling. And also, for the ones of you that have not watched my videos on your right hand and left hand procedure or techniques, please go look them up because you will be using them also to go deeper into the cord pulling. The one thing about cord pulling, a lot of people will ask is it really worth it? What benefits do you get? And the fact of the matter is that unless you really find out and do some research within your own self as to who, what, where, when, and why, um, it's really going to be a waste of time for you. What I want to be able to do is show you some techniques on finding the key words that you will start doing cord pulling on in order to go deeper into the cord pulling. And your question may be, well, why do I need to go deeper into the cord pulling? Well, remember, we're energy, for one. Our bodies are, except water. Our bodies are, we're energy, and we transmit energy and we receive energy. And so many times we end up receiving energy or information that doesn't belong to us. And so that will be an outcome. If I receive information, from somebody that's in Egypt, then that's not my energy and that's not my thought processing and that's not mine. It doesn't belong to me. You know, Dealing with your stuff and your stuff only is a full-time job. What makes things so impossible or so hard is trying to deal with everybody else's stuff and then in the mix of all that find out what yours is. So anyhow, cord pulling is worth it. You will go through a process when you're actually doing some major cord pulling. Again, cord pulling is an energy that is stored. It's kind of like one of the best examples I can give is if you hit your knee. How many times have we knocked our knee on something and we immediately grab it and it hurts? It is so healingful, so to speak. Well, immediately within that moment or that nanosecond, you're locking energy in that knee. And believe it or not, and I know it sounds silly, the first time my elders started teaching me about this stuff, I thought it was stupid, actually. But the fact of the matter is, was they'd sit and go, watch yourself, hit your knee, the exact same knee in the exact same place. And I just kind of went, yeah, right, power of suggestion, okay? Because they had to deal with somebody that I could analyze everything that someone says, and for which that kept me busy and not looking at myself. So, but it was one of my protective techniques in the process of being where I'm at today. So, anyhow, in cord pulling, um, not knowing what cord you're pulling, why you're pulling it, um, what's behind the pull, it honest to goodness is a waste of time. And unless you really want to go deeper and really, really uncover what's going on, I wouldn't bother with it. For the ones of you that do, hey, let's go. I know that whenever I'm working with my clients, one of the things that I try to help them do is uncover, I call them keywords. And they uncover these keywords in doing their right hand and left hand. Um, or you can do some right hand. You can write about an issue you have, with your mom. I'm not saying that you have to do the right hand and left hand. The right hand and left hand really opens up the doors for the kids within to have their say finally. But anyhow, what you want to do is do a right hand and left hand. I'm going to try to give an example. Because the keywords can be like, self-esteem. It can be like ladylike, proper, um, exploring. The keywords will have to, of course, apply to whatever you're working on or writing about. So let me try to give an example here of a right hand and left hand with a kid. So, this adult was dealing with things, dealing with her mom and dad, who was more supportive, who was not supportive in what he was doing or she was doing. So one of the questions that was written was, who is supportive to you? And the answer came back, Dad. And so the answer, that was the answer, Dad. And then the question that would popped up was how? How was Dad supportive to you? I always like exploring things, but my mom would stop me and would tell me I was stupid, that I was not a boy, that I was wasting my time wanting to explore other places. So with that, I looked at the client and I said, okay, so that's cool. All right. So what is this about? What is this with mom? Because it had started out who was supportive. But the energies within the kids, or the energies in the background, were strong enough that the mom issue came up, because the mom, wants to be able to control and create the daughter just how she was or how she wasn't able to be. So what happened was, the client asked the question again, what is this about mom? And what popped up was, I'm just not ladylike. And so um, I had to laugh about that, because I was such a tomboy when I was growing up that ladylike was not in my vocabulary. Um, However, what I had the client do was look up the word ladylike, because this client, by the way, has been pulling cords, and has had great results, especially in opening up the chakras. But she's been pulling the cords, so when I said keywords, the keyword she realized was ladylike. Well, then she took the keyword, and I said, okay, look up, and this is something I recommend for everybody, because sometimes we think of a word and we have a idea of what that word really means, when in actual reality it has nothing to do with what you're applying it to. So I strongly always suggest look the word up in the dictionary or online. Nowadays you can do everything online. But look up the word. And so she did, and when she popped up the word ladylike, the word well-bred popped out, respectable, modest, proper, and because of her religious upbringing, the word proper really, really stuck. So when she found the word proper, I backed her up to let's go back to ladylike. Because when in the videos before, when I've talked to you about cord pulling, you're trying to pull the cords upon a person that has kind of given you their stuff energetically. Well, your family is going to be the hardest cords to pull, because they've been with you the longest. I don't care who you are. I don't care. It doesn't matter. So your parents are going to be the longest, and your parents are the ones. And this does not, again, I want to reiterate, when I was working on my own parents, and my mother's still alive, she is 87 years old. We have more fun today than we ever had in our life, but I guarantee you I've had to work my living butt off to get beyond the issues that were real or not real with her. Um, there's some stuff that we create mentally in our minds that is really not real. And then we deny what is real. So, I wouldn't trade the path that I've been on and that I'm on still. But I'm not going to lie to you and BS you that, oh my God, you can just do it in a heartbeat. This is a lifelong journey. If you expect to awaken and arrive in 30 minutes, good luck with that. And if you do, email me. I really want to see someone that has. Uh, but anyhow, in working on this, it opens up so much freedom and the cord pulling. So I've pulled many cords on my family. And what happens is I get to the assets, the beautiful, beautiful parts that my parents were really about and who I'm really about. So there's some pros and cons. So anyway, let's go back to, so she looked up the word ladylike, and the word proper really stood out. She knew where it came from. She knew it came from her mom, because her mom wanted her to be prim and proper and correct and sit this way and sit that way and speak this way and speak that way, because that's what ladies do. So she started doing cord pulling on that one word, proper. And as she did it, because okay, I'm going to time out here. I want to jump real quick to the chakras. We talk about clearing our chakras, and there's multiple ways of clearing the chakras. Well, I say there's multiple ways, not really if you're really going to clear them. However, in clearing your chakras, your first and second chakra, well, your first, second, and third one, but we'll deal with the first and second one. The first and second ones are the hardest because they seem to hold the most. Of course, your second chakra, most people that are familiar with chakras know that your second chakra really hold the prosperity, creativity, etc. Well, if your root chakra is clogged, it's going to be hard for the second chakra to activate. So, when you are doing cord pulling, or even when you're doing your right hand and left hand, believe it or not, you're going to start releasing stuff out of your chakras. Now, you will know that either by physically feeling the movement. You will know that by some thoughts that come flying up. And another thing that I want to insert here, big time, is that you cannot have emotions without a thought. And so many times we take our emotions for fact when they're not. So, that's another something. But anyway, so you want to take this like the word proper, or whatever keyword pops out for you. She took the word proper and she started pulling cords that evening, because we had a session, and that was the main word that really popped out, that really carried the most and energy. Well, when I got back with her the following week, it was amazing some of the stuff that she experienced the next day, for which gave her clues and indications that, whoa, I am pulling, this energy is here, this energy is being pulled out. Because a lot of times when you're laying there cord pulling, you have this, and we all do, we have this question of, is this really working? Oh my God, am I wasting my time? I'm sitting here pulling an imaginary cord that I really don't see. Some people will see the cord, some people will feel the cord, and then some of us just sitting there going through the motion wondering. So I guarantee you it does work. Um, so what happened was her first and second chakras started actually releasing a lot of garbage. Um, and, she had feelings like feeling nauseated to some degree, and then it passed. Then she started having other thoughts or memories of how her mother would want her to sit a certain way. So the question you may be asking is, okay, so, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that in so many ways in her own life, and starting her own business and really doing what her heart's desire, a lot of this little petty stuff has stopped her. Because unless she does it the proper way, and she's very ladylike in doing it, and if she learns how to manipulate good, then she might get it. But other than that, she's not going to be able to do it. Well, that's a lie. However, those thoughts are so ingrained in us that we're not able to move forward. And we beat our heads against the wall trying to figure out what to do next. How can I do this? God, I deal with that in my daily life. I always back up going, okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. And working with the kids as long as I have, they're very good at dropping the, well, hey. However, when you do the cord pulling, have the intentions of the understanding of who it belongs to. If it belongs to your mom, you can pull cords on your mom, you can pull cords on your dad, you can pull your cords on Jimmy Joe, da, da, da. But until you get deeper You know, the object of this ball game is to get deeper into what's hidden. You know, it's the unseen that trips us all the time, or trips me. I don't know about you guys. You know, y'all may have it. I don't know. However, cord pulling does work, and it will bring back memories. It will help you recall things. Now, I don't mean it, you know, if you do it one time. My clients usually are put on a week of doing the cord pulling, and they do the cord pulling until everything quits. All right. And once, you know, that's quit and relieved, then we look at another area. We also look at the, you know, the negative aspects of what happened that week, and we look at the positive. I've yet to see a client that really does the cord pulling, that really gets into this, that their job doesn't increase, their life doesn't increase, their relationships. And I mean, it's really phenomenal to watch. So anyway, I wanted to do this video real quick on, you know, cord pulling using the keywords. Um, Keywords are important because energies are attached to words. Um, if you have the word anger, all right, let's say you're doing the right hand and left hand and the word anger comes up all the time. All right, well then start pulling the word anger and see what happens. You know, or sadness, you know, but make sure you uncover the word, the key word. Don't just pull a word out of the air. Again, you're wasting your time. If you have low self-esteem, look up the word self-esteem. Find other words that you can attach to a memory or recall of something that happened to you or something that somebody said to you, whether it's your mom, dad, classmate, doesn't matter. All right, you'll get that feeling in your stomach. So anyway, I hope this video was informative to you. I'm going to be doing a questionnaire on Facebook here, asking you guys what kind of videos y'all would like to watch. You know, what would y'all like for me to, what would you like to see me put out? And so I'll be doing that survey here as soon as I figure out how to do all the technical stuff. I'm still in the learning process, but I'm determined to learn. So anyway, uh, don't forget to click like if you're watching on YouTube, or click like on Facebook. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. The more subscriptions I get, the better I can get out there to help other people that might really want to be helped. But on that note, it's sunny outside, finally. And y'all go make it a great day, and I appreciate you guys so much for being here and watching. I thank you so much for being here. Make it a great day.